a double-digit win team. We want to be a bowl champion. We want to be able to say we played in the Big 12 championship game. Like, we want to have those. It's a huge, huge accolade to be able to say all those things if we win, and to go out and send the seniors out, and obviously the last game, potentially for me to win would be huge.
Just going out there, you're going to have your whole family there. Everybody's going to be down there. It's going to be a good crowd, good stadium. And, you know, just the atmosphere is built up well, and, you know, it's really going to be a good time.
Well, thankfully, it doesn't take Einstein to figure out what the looming question about the Texas Bowl is, the biggest one. What does the new A&M coach, Mike Elko, how does he look at his priorities? My guess is retaining players and recruiting transfers and high school kids. And lastly, the bowl will be part of it, but not as high. If that's the case, OSU's chances go up exponentially. Mike Gundy has a formula in bowls, and his kids will be hungry.
Welcome to the Who's More Motivated Bowl. And there are a bunch of them that kind of fall into this group here. But yes, Dean, from that standpoint, there seems to be a significant amount of stability, especially when you look at what was happening at this point last year with Oklahoma State. Not as many guys in the portal, just a handful now, and no one asking, why is the sky falling in Stillwater? You've got 5 offensive linemen who've pledged to come back next year. You know, Ollie Gordon's hanging out after basketball games, being seen, taking pictures with everyone. You've got other guys like Brennan Presley and Nick Martin delivering coats for Pokes with a Purpose. All of this has this really good feel. If that translates into how they play on the field, Dusty, I think they've got a great chance to win.
And it's the exact polar opposite in College Station, because right now it's been a mass exodus from this football program all over the place. Wide receivers, Evan Stewart, #1 wide receiver a couple years ago. He's in the transfer portal. Nia Smith, he's declared for the NFL draft. Walter Nolan, the #1 player 2 years ago in the transfer portal, defensive tackle. Adrian Cooper just went to the NFL draft. Like, when you look at their roster of who's available for this game, it's insane how many guys are going to be missing. So I think Dean's right. And, you know, Elijah Robinson is the interim coach. He's already been hired at Syracuse as the defensive coordinator. So, like, I just kind of wonder for all these guys, what is their motivation? We know the motivation in Stillwater for Mike Gundy and his team. I don't know what it's going to be in College Station for these Aggies.
Yeah. You know, I'll say this, though. This would be a home game for Texas A&M.
Yep.
It's right up the road, right around Houston. But I'm interested to see, do Texas A&M fans show up because they're excited about Mike Elko and they don't care who's playing? Or what does that feel like? That's going to be an interesting vibe.
Cowboys will take, any idea how many?
You know, they'll have a good
10, 15?
Yeah, maybe so, but you know, you just played a regular season game at Houston as well,
yeah.
But you've got a strong alumni base there for sure. How about the Dvoracek
What's
checklist?
it going to take to get to 10? I'll tell you with the Dvoracek checklist. #1, dangerous Doak. That's right. Had to figure out a different way to fit Ollie Gordon in, but only 31 yards against Texas in the Big 12 championship game. This is still a top 20 Aggies run defense, and they've got a lot of talent, a lot of depth. They're losing some of that, but best believe there will be some quality players, and if Ollie Gordon can get it going, it should be a big day for the Cowboys offense. #2, hit Henderson. Jalen Henderson, the new starting quarterback. Connor Wigman went out. Max Johnson's in the portal. He's gone to North Carolina. Now, Henderson did start the final 3 games this season where he amassed over 67% completion. He had 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's got good mobility. They got to keep him inside the pocket, not let him move around and allow his targets to get open. And then finally, the Texas 10. Talking about motivation to get to 10, this would be the 11th time in the Oklahoma State Cowboys history to go double-digit wins, 8 under Mike Gundy. I think this team, Alan Bowman said it all, will be heavily, heavily motivated to go out and get a win in Houston.
Hey, after the break, we're going to